Good morning and welcome to another session in the A4Q Testing Summit Edition 2025. I'm very happy to have with me Anna Mierzak. Hi, Anna.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Anna, you're based in Poland. You're a QA manager, also an active member of the ISTQB, the Polish Testing Board, and a member of the TMMi, and which your topic for today, Technical Advisory Group. So I'm going to get off stage in a moment and let you get cracking because I know you've got a lot of good information to share. First of all, if I can just say to people watching, if you would like to put any questions into the comments box, then we will try to do our best to answer them, even if it is after the session. And also listen carefully because at the end of the session, we will also invite you to go to Anna's profile page on the A4Q website and vote for Best Speaker, Best Presentation. I'll give a little reminder later also. Anna, the stage is yours. I know this is going to be fantastic. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. And today we are going to talk about something that may sound a little bit scary. It's internal audits and how they don't have to be so scary. And that in fact, with the right tools, it can be more like a ghost hunting with a flashlight than like diving into the abyss. The title of my presentation is Internal Audit with TMMi. And I gave this a little bit smaller title, Diagnosing the Issues or Driving Out the Demons. And you will see in a few moments what are the demons and how we can actually make them go away and when you can find them in your process. So why are we so afraid? It's the word audit. It makes people like a little twitch. We associate this word with a stress, with maybe some punishment, with a lot of paperwork, with some strangers going through the office and asking some weird questions. And everyone is so stressed and afraid and so on. So there is a really bunch of negative emotions. And this is something that you don't really have to go through. It feels like something that you need a shield for, or at least a cross or something, if you know what I mean. But what if we could actually turn it into a tool of discovery instead of this punishment? So what if when you hear the audit or assessment or something like that, you don't feel like everyone is looking at you and you don't actually know what to do and you are so lost, because you don't have to be. So imagine your boss or your manager comes to you and tells you, hey, today you're going to do this assessment of the test process. And ask yourself right now, what would be your feelings? Is it like you say, yay, I always want to do that? Or is it like, I don't know really if I should. Maybe I should go and ask somebody. So maybe this is just a fear of the unknown, and this is really natural. It's something that you can beat. It's something that you can just go through, and actually, after everything, you might be happy. Meet the demons. So in my presentation, they are supposed to be demons. You can see that they are taking selfie here. So what are the most like common fears that you face when you are approaching the internal audits? Imagine all the questions you would have, or just statements like, we don't know enough, we are not prepared enough, we don't know what to do, it will take a long time. What if it shows that everything we're doing is wrong? What then? What are the consequences? How to face them? Or my backlog is so full with project work that I have no space for anything else. And now the audit, the assessment, it will take so much time, and I'm just scared of that, right? And these fears are totally valid, but most of the time, remember that the demons are not real. They are just like shadows on the wall, right? And the lightning scan which I'm about to tell you about, it will help you to flip this light on and see what's really there. And the spoiler is that it is not as bad as you think. That's for sure. Demons are just the findings that you may just see in your process, like some unclear roles, something that is missing, something that is left after last projects and has never been fixed, right? And now you just have to face it, assess it, and decide what to do with it. And maybe you are so lost that all those demons just jump on you, and all you want to do is, just crawl under your bed and stay there. But you shouldn't, of course. Comfort zones. So again, we will speak about some psychology. So comfort zones, well, they are cozy, right? But as you may know, nothing ever grows in there. So if you stay there, you are not about to do any improvement, either to your process or to your career or to anything that you just are about to do, right? And sure, like staying in your comfort zone feels safe. But if we want better processes and more efficient testing and less firefighting, I would say. So less situations that just need a very chaotic and fast actions, then we just have to get a little bit uncomfortable, right? And the trick to make it happen properly is to have a flashlight, right, or a map. If you go through the very dark cave, all you need to do is to have this flashlight. So imagine you are going to somewhere which you don't know, like this cave, and it is dark, and you are there for the first time. You don't even know where to go. You don't know where this path goes. So imagine if you have a map and a flashlight, that's something that would encourage you to at least make those, first 1, 2, 3 steps and just see how it goes. So here is your map. Your map in the situation for the entering this cave of the testing process is the TMMi model. So it's like, let's say it a really short. It's a model that helps teams assess and improve their testing maturity. It's structured around levels, some practices, some goals. It's like a quality GPS, you may say. As you can see, it has 5 levels. They are filled with some process areas, and all the process areas are guided with some goals, some practices, some special tips, and you can read it all. You can get it all for free from the TMMi org. It's called a reference model, and all of those levels are quite well described there. So think of it like quality GPS, like this map, like something that you can assess your process against. Because when your manager or your boss comes to you and tells you, hey, you are going to do the internal audits, or you are going to do the test process assessment, and you don't know how to actually check and what to take to create this assessment, what to assess it against, then you are totally lost. But in this time when you have the model and you can just look up and see what are the difference between what you are facing and what's in the model, that's the moment where you can actually do the assessment. So you can either read the whole reference model and look for some points, or you can use the flashlight. So that's the next thing I was telling you when going into this dark cave. So what is the flashlight? The flashlight is the lightning scan. You may already heard of it. It's quite a fresh tool from the TMMi, and it was made because some people were just saying that reading the reference model is it's really good. It's something that can open your eyes and make you understand your own process much better. But on the other hand, it's quite not so easy as they thought it could be, right? Because you have to read the model, you have to read very carefully, you need to find the spots that match your process, and you have to make some conclusions. So what is Lightning Scan? Lightning Scan is like just an Excel file. It's an Excel file with some questions, and those questions are like guided questions. So like a friendly neighborhood exorcism tool for your demons, right? And it's very lightweight. It's based on the TMMi model, so all the questions are referring to the model, and you can think of it as a self-assessment that doesn't require like hours of preparations, some special certifications, some consultants, external guys, and so on and so on. You just answer guided questions, you reflect on the results, and you identify improvement opportunities, and you just do it fast, right? So that's something that you can actually do during your work, and it will not affect your backlog so much. And of course, you can get it from free from the TMMi website. We have just translated it to very many various languages. So I think you may even find the one in your own language, and yeah, you can just take it and just do it. What makes it awesome? It's kind of advertisement, for the Lightning Scan. But what makes it awesome? Well, it's really quick. It's really quick. It's painless. I mean, every meeting can be painless if you make it painless, right? And every meeting, as you may know, can be painful, right? It's always about you and the facilitator and how it will be run. So the scan makes maturity assessment feel more like a conversation, and it's less like an inquisition, and you don't have to be panic about it, and it can be even fun. Yeah, I promise it can be even fun. And no holy water required. Exactly. So what I told you before, that sometimes you don't know where to start or what to do with the consequences of the assessment. What if you will find many things or points that you should change or you should improve? So after doing the lightning scan, you will see that the improvement paths are really clear and maybe not very easy to achieve, but some might be. You will say, okay, step by step, how to do it, how to run a lightning scan. So, sorry. So the first thing is to assemble a cross-functional group. Why? Because you may know your test process, but you may just think that you know your test process. Remember that it is a very wide thing. It touches many other processes in your company. And sometimes if you talk to devs, to DevOps, to analysts, and so on, they all can have a different point of view. Even to business users, if they are doing UATs, they can tell you a lot about the testing process, something that you may not know or you may not be aware of, even if you are the one who usually manages this process. So this is it, just the 5 steps. You don't need a consulting firm or consulting company. You don't need a giant budget. You don't need any exorcist, right? Just a little curiosity, and what is very, very important, honesty. Because as you can see, the third point here is answer the questions honestly. Why? Because well, if you don't answer it honestly, then you may not have the right conclusions, right? That's pretty simple. Sometimes you need to just look at it with a little bit, more eyes open than usually, and think about how it really is. So if I have a question, for example, is there a test policy in the organization? It doesn't mean that is this test policy in my head, or is it in draft, or is in preparation, something like that. The question is if this test policy is there, if it's published and well known to everyone involved in this process. Yeah. So if you would like to know even more in a more detailed way how to run this lightning scan, then I have prepared something for you. I will just share it in a moment. But getting back to this list, you create the meeting with those cross-functional group with many pairs, people from different process areas. You set the expectations of the assessment, and you need to make everyone understand that this is not judging, that we are about to explore and we are about to discover how our process works, if it needs any, like, a little bit polishing, if it needs some fixes, and where are we actually going, right? So you answer the questions, you review the results, and you identify areas for follow-up. Pro tips from the field, yes. I have done this kind of internal audits or assessments a few times already. So what I can tell you is, yeah, don't overthink the answers. The answers are very, very short and straightforward, and so should be your answers to the questions, right? So if there is a question, do you have are you doing the test planning, or is there a test strategy in place? Just answer it honestly, and you will see that the results are just as they should be, and then you have a very clear map for the improvement. Use a facilitator to stay neutral. Yeah, people usually are more open if the facilitator is neutral. So you don't want to bring your boss to this meeting. You don't want to bring any stakeholder. You want to create this, like, a space of where people feel safe. They need to feel safe, because then they will open, and that's the only way to get the honest answers from them. Capture of topic ideas for later. Yes, of course. So if you create this open space and everyone feels safe, then they may behave a little bit talkative, right? Because, well, we are people. So if somebody just tell you some idea or of something which is off topic, don't just tell him to keep it in his head, but just to just capture it for later, because then this person will know that this is open environment and we can share our ideas. Yet we need to get back to the topic we are discussing, but even if I say something which is an idea for later, I know it will be captured, I know it will be saved, and I can share anything I want, right? So that's the best environment for this kind of conversation or discovery, right? And snacks help. Yeah. As you may know, if you are going for a date, it's usually dinner, and you know why? Because when there were some research made that when people are eating or when they are not feeling hungry, they are more open to share their ideas. They are more open to talk and yeah, to cooperate. So snacks help. You can always bring some to this meeting, and I'm sure that's motivation and there will be much better humor, right, in this meeting. Okay, what you might actually discover. So imagine you have done this meeting, you've done the lightning scan. You know that your testing process has some maybe gaps that you should close, and but on the other hand, you may think that hey, I thought that this could be more scarier. I thought that this would make me anxious, and I just found out that maybe my strengths are stronger than I thought, right? Um, so the scan, it often surfaces the issues that were invisible or like felt like they are off, right? They are not on, but no one could pinpoint them. Like everyone was silent, and after you're doing the scan, you just find out that hey, there are some even small gaps that I can close even today or even tomorrow. Some that I was not aware of, right? So it's not about finding faults in your process. It never is. It is more about finding the clarity, and so everyone understands your testing process, their testing process also, and then we know what to expect from each other, what to do to make this process work better, and at the end how it supports our business. And great ideas hiding in the plain sight, right? So as I said, if somebody has an idea, even if it's not connected to the topic you are actually discussing, and you find that person in your meeting in the space of openness and honesty and psychological safe place, then just capture this idea, because you never know, it may actually help in your improvement plan. Semi-true story. Yes, there was a story. So, some time ago, I was helping a company which at the beginning it was just a startup, and their testing was more like bug fixing, like debugging, in the uh, very first stage of creating their software. And the CEO was doing the user acceptance tests, and they never have done any regression, right? So uh, it was kind of a sweet approach, and everything works until they started to grow. So when they started to grow, there were much more complex projects out, more of work, and it was not possible to go like this. So they just started to attach some stages to the process, and then it was just one big, as you may imagine, chaos. And after doing the lightning scan, it helped them look more precisely on the testing process and understand why those gaps are so important to fill, and what should they do to make it better. And their CEO was really happy that he doesn't have to do the UATs by himself anymore, right? So yeah, lightning scan help make it clear and visible finally. And this finally is a good word, on the slide, because sometimes we even know, or we know at the back of our head that there is something wrong with this process, but we cannot really name it, or we are not aware how to name it, and we are so booked, like our time is so booked and our backlog is so filled that it is almost impossible to sit and just think what could it be. And doing the lightning scan is fast, and it just can show you many issues and gaps that doesn't have to be fixed right away, but could be, and your process can just work much better. Yeah. So what happens next? What happens next after you do the lightning scan? Imagine that somebody came to you, asked you to do this assessment. You gathered the team. You created the best space for everyone to open. You answer all the questions. So what happens next? Well, you share the results, and it's not like you share the results inside your company, of course, but if you like, you can share the results with us, with the TMMi. We can let you know what you have done, what you could done better. We can tell you how to improve. We can help you and get you with some, I don't know, like better documentation or some white papers or anything like that that could help you, actually. We can show you the path that if you enjoy doing this assessment, how you can improve in your career to do it even better, right? Inside your company, you can discuss priorities. Why? Because if the lightning scan shows you few things to fix, that's fine, that's great. But it is more like you will see a lot of them. So you have to discuss priorities. You have to think about which areas are like more crucial to your company, not to the process, but to the company as well. And you have to pick at least one improvement. It can be small. It can be just something that you start with. And if you repeat it after a few weeks or months or however, you will see the improvement, and you celebrate the progress, right? So it's not like something that you do once, and it's more like I would say like a compass that you can keep checking as you grow, right? Every time you do the improvement, you can scan it again and see how it changed. And even small improvements can have a big impact when they are intentional, right? When they actually matter, when you want to do it and you have the management support and everyone just want to do it. From scared to empowered. See, at the very beginning, I was telling you about how people are usually scared when they hear the words audit or assessment or anything that would be connected with, this judging in a very negative way. But on the other hand, it's not judging. It's discovering. It's about defeating your fears, not your process, not yourself. And all you need is a little bit of bravery to start and some good tools. Good tools are those that I can provide to you, like the TMMi and the lightning scan. And with that, there is this transformation, right? And even if you think that, hey, no, I'm not ready, I shouldn't do it now, you are ready. You are more ready than you think. And auditing your own process, it's not like you admit a defeat that, hey, my process is bad, I'm doing it wrong. No, it's all about being brave enough to look at what it is and imagine what could it be, right? And now you have the tools that just makes it easier. bonus resource. Yeah, so I've created for you a one-pager, so it's more like two-page, but let's say it's one-pager with some tips, steps, and a checklist on how to start a light scan. I'll show you next slide how it looks. So there are 2 pages, just how to prepare for the light scan, how to plan it, how to run this meeting, how to run a light scan, what to do later. So some follow-up suggestions, plus some space for you to take notes if needed. So again, it is in here on some Google Drive, so don't worry, it's not a virus or something. And this is something that can make you start a little bit more, like smooth. It's like a simple guide. Yeah, and I think it should help you run your first lightning scan. If you were already running lightning scans before, then it's not really something that you should need. But for the starters, no spells required, just a real practical steps and something that you can actually do by yourself. Yeah, so that would be it. So final thoughts. Let's talk. It's your turn. If you have any questions or any demons you would like to name and tame, then again, this is the spot. This is the moment where we can talk.
Thank you so much, Anna, for both reassuring and reframing about audit, and very much that shift in mindset to it's a collaborative and very constructive process. Some really good tips and what have you in there. And I'm going to steal your phrase, if that's okay, about it being a quality GPS. I like that very much. Let's see if we've got any questions. How do I convince my manager to support an internal audit like the Lightning Scan?
Oh, the managers. We love them, right?
Yeah, of course we do.
We need them. Yeah. Of course, it's a good question, and it happens more than you would think. I would say just frame it like something which is risk-free, time boxed discovery session, right? So tell them that it is not an informal audit. So this is not something that it's very like formal and people would look at it and judge you and so on. It's just a lightweight to spot some improvement opportunities, right? And you can highlight some benefits also, that there are no external consultants needed. You don't need any special budget. It just creates a shared understanding of where we are, where we want to go, and of course help align some goals with the business. Because maybe you can just discover how to actually talk to business in their language, right? And of course, in the TMMi organization can certify it on some levels, right? The organization can certify that it's level 2 or 3 or 4, and you can let the management know that this can support the TMI readiness if they ever want to push this formal maturity assessment. It's just good place to start.
Absolutely. And I think it came through in your presentation, but important to say that, this is one of the resources available from TMMi, which is it's free of charge, together with, being able to look at the model. So very, very useful. Is there another question? What should we do if the scan reveals a lot of issues?
Celebrate. That's great. That's great because it means that you just created some kind of clear improvement map, right? So of course, don't try to fix everything at once in the very same moment. It's like you have to do the priorities, right? You have to set those priorities, pick one priority area, decide on some small experiment or some small improvement action, and then just get back to it after a few days, few weeks, a few months, based on your organization, and just do it again and see how it changes. Like Lightning Scan is just a starting point, right? It's not a full transformation plan, but it's something that you start with.
So you recommend that you actually repeat the process at intervals?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have time for one more question, just looking at the clock there. Oh, what if my team is scared to be honest during the scan?
Everyone is scared at some point, right? So again, you have to create this psychological safety. Sorry, a place where people want to open. So you have to remind them that this is assessment not about the people. It's about the process, and we can use anonymized voting system or post-style feedback. You can use it on paper or some digital board, right? Just to allow people to do some frank inputs, just to allow them to be honest, because sometimes they feel like they shouldn't be honest because they are defending their side of the process, and they shouldn't do that. And of course, have the neutral facilitator, and no bosses, no stakeholders, no one that could stand behind them and ready to punch them if they say something which is not correct or not right. So you just have to create the space where people want to open, and bring snacks. Really,
And
bring
brings
snacks.
back, yeah, I think
Yeah.
your slides describe very, very well that shift in mindset, and quite a cultural shift perhaps as well for some organizations, with reassurance and transparency as well. I think that's important. So just going aside, would you recommend that the results are published to the team and shared with the team, and what would be the best process for that?
Yeah, just being open. Be open. If you just gather all the people who are involved in the process, not just testers, not just some DevOps, but as many people as you actually can. I mean, not the whole company, right? But still, some people which are involved in your process. They don't have to build it, but they are probably part of it in somehow. And from their point of view, they can tell you a lot about test environments, especially business users. They can tell you a lot about test data and so on. So just be prepared to listen to them, and be prepared to share your thoughts with them after that, and just transparency, right? Just show them what we are about to do and why, and let us all check what happened, what changed, and let's celebrate.
Absolutely. Well, Anna, we've reached time, so thank you very, very much for that indeed. I'm just going to remind people that they can go to your profile and best presentation, best speaker, voting will be possible there. So, and thank you. That was very, very useful. I think, those resources that TMMi have available are sometimes not well understood. So a very useful session. Thank you so much, Anna, and thank you to everyone who's been watching. Stay tuned, by the way. Stay tuned. More sessions are coming up.
Vote.
Bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.